have you here in this video. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. And if this is your first time on this channel, do well to subscribe and like the video so that others who also need this important information can get it. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and let's build the family. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to study in Austria. So because Austria is a country with cheap tuition fee, it has become a very popular destination for majority of international students who are on a very tight budget. And tuition in Austria is specifically cheap, and a lot of people are moving there. And you might also want to consider it. In my own opinion, even if you have a lot of money, you might still want to consider Austria while you use your money for other stuffs that can actually also contribute relevantly to your life, like owning asset and investments. So in this case, Austria is becoming really competitive, and then that's because of their cheap tuition fee, like I have said. So European Union students, EU students, are required to pay just €385 per semester, while non-EU international student pays about €751 per semester. So that is one of the cheapest tuition you are going to find anywhere in the world, basically. So, and that is why the traffic there is really kind of high. So if you really want to be successful in your journey to Austria, you want to equip yourself with very updated information and to be able to make sure that you have the highest knowledge about the procedure. So in order to study in Austria, the following are the timeline you need to follow. The number one thing that you need to do is to get admission. Now, how is that possible? The first thing you have to do is to do your research, locate the school you want to go to, and know all their requirements. Submit all these requirements. Now, after submitting all these requirements and you have actually been kind of admitted, they know you as a student, let me put it in that way, you've applied on their portal, then the next thing for you to do is to go for the authentication of your documents. Now, it is important that I indicate at this point that some schools in Austria require you to actually submit legalized documents during your application. Some doesn't. So, what are you actually supposed to do? If the school you want to go to requires legalized documents, it simply means that you have to go and authenticate your documents, do verification, and then get the documents legalized so that you can use it for the application. But if it's a school that doesn't require legalized documents, you apply with what you have, and after applying with what you have, and then they have kind of offer you a space, then you can then go and get all your documents legalized. So now, after you have secured your admission, the next thing we are going to be talking about is authentication of academic documents. In this case, you have to proceed to the Ministry of Education for the authentication of your documents. Then subsequently, you move to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the certification of the authenticated document. Now, the I have actually made a separate video on how to authenticate your documents at the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So if you check the channel, you are going to see this video there. Make sure you watch the video for a full detail of how to authenticate your documents and the factors you need to put into consideration, especially if you are watching this video as a Nigerian. Now, the authentication of documents can actually be completed um, within 1 day, basically. If you plan yourself well, you can complete it within 1 day, and you have to go to the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja to be able to do this. After authentication of documents, the next thing is verification of the authenticated academic documents. So because of falsification of documents in Nigeria and neighboring countries, foreign embassies of European Union countries usually require that academic application documents be legalized. And before you can legalize those documents, they have to be verified as well. So verification is the process in which a trusted person in the embassy or in an affiliated organization like BFS Global goes to where you claim to have received the document and verify the authenticity of the document, and as well the authenticity of the contents of the document that you have submitted for the purpose of admission application or even visa application, as the case may be. This process is a very time consuming process, and in some cases it can take up to 8 weeks, 4 months, or up to around 6 months or even higher, depending on the situation. Do you understand what I'm saying there? So now you can apply for it at the Austrian embassy if you are staying in the northern part of Nigeria or in Abuja itself, or if you are staying in Lagos, starting from March 1st, 2024 this year, they have started allowing people to apply through the VFS Global office in Lagos. So So the cost of verification varies from one country to another. So if you are in Nigeria, you are applying from Nigeria. It also depends on whether you are applying as a single person or you are applying as a family. If you are applying as a single person, the cost of verification is about 400 euro. But if you are applying as a family, maybe you and your spouse or you and children of about a maximum of three, the cost of verification will be about 500 euro for the family. This money is usually accepted as 1,000 rand notes in cash. Do you understand that now? So verification is the most time-consuming part of the Australian study application process. It is the most time-consuming part of the whole process. So if you are enjoying this video and you like the content of this video, do well to subscribe to this channel, you know, like the video and share it with your friend. So let's move to the next step. After you have gotten your admission or you've applied to the school and they are now requesting for legalized documents, you've proceeded to verification. After verification, you proceeded to authentication rather. You authenticated your documents, and after that authentication, verification. So you've gotten to verification. After the verification period, they verify your document and everything, and the verification is positive. So they found out that the document is legal and every content in it is legit. The next thing is for you to do your legalization proper. Legalization itself doesn't take time, if not for that verification that usually cause the delay. So for the legalization, you can easily walk into the embassy on any Monday or Wednesday, as long as it's not an holiday, in Nigeria or your home country, and in Austria, the destination country, because those are the two holidays that the embassy usually observe. They observe the holiday of their own country and the embassy and the holiday of the country in which they are located. So as long as it's not a public holiday of either countries, you can walk into the embassy on a Monday or a Wednesday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 a.m. for your legalization of the verified document. Don't forget I said before you can even do verification, the document must have first been authenticated, then verification, then legalization. So now the cost of legalization of the document is 80 euro per document. 80 euro per document. So now after the document has been legalized, the next thing for you is to apply for the residence permit. Now, I need to also indicate that once your verification is positive, you can actually apply for both legalization and residence permits at the same time. Now, the legalization have to be done in Abuja because that's where you have the embassy. You get it is only the verification that you can either do in Abuja or you do it at the BFS Global office in Lagos. Now, let's go to the final, to the step 5 rather, which is the resident permit application. This step can be done together with the legalization. But for you to do this, when they send an email to you for the verification, because after verification, you send an email to confirm to you that your verification is positive. You send an email to them that you would like to actually apply for your residence permit and legalization together. In that in that case, they reply your email and tell you the steps you need to take, such that when you are going to the embassy, you will have been fully prepared for everything you need to do to apply for both the legalization and resident permit at the same time. Now, alternatively, you can complete your legalization first and then proceed to your resident permit. So now, once you apply for the resident permit, submit all the required documents. I will do a separate video for the required documents for the resident permit. So after submitting all the required documents, they start processing your documents, you confirm it and all. In some cases, the result of that resident permit may not come up on time, and you might need to resume lectures as soon as possible. If that happens, at that point, you have the opportunity to apply for something called National Visa D. This visa is a short stay visa that allows you to enter into Austria while the processing of your resident permit continues. And once your resident permit is completed, you can just receive it over there in Austria. And once you receive your resident permit in Austria, you are good to go. You resume your studies and you are fine without any issues. Once again, let's recap everything we have said in this video. The very first thing is to go to the portal of the website. The search the course you want to do, check their requirement, and check everything. Submit all the documents you can submit. Everything they are asking for, submit all the ones you can submit. If they are not asking for legalized documents, then go and authenticate the documents. Take a proof that the school is requiring for authentic and legalized documents with you. You can probably make a screenshot, or if there is an official letter you can get from the school or an email to prove that the school is requesting for legalized documents, because you'll be needing that at either the verification point either at the VFS Global Office or at the embassy. Because before they can admit you inside, they want to know why you are there and the purpose of your coming. So you want to prove to them that you are here to legalize it, to authenticate it, to verify your document verification. And because your school is requiring legalization and you need the verification before you can proceed to your legalization. So it could be a screenshot of a page of the school website. It could be an email response, stuff like that, that proves legally that truly the school needs legalized documents. So that's how they now allow you to school to into the embassy. After that, now you also need to know that at the point of verification, you must have known the school you are going to, because they will be acting based on that. You can't just go there without you knowing the school you want to go to. So they want to be sure that the document you're trying to verify, you want to use it in Austria and in a particular institution that requires legalized documents for the process you want to use it for. So after verification, the next thing is legalization. And after legalization, you can proceed to your resident permit application and then proceed to visa D if you need it. Once you're in Austria, you can proceed to your studies. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am so happy that you stayed till the end of this video. Subscribe to this channel, stay tuned, because more of this kind of video are going to be coming up on this channel. Thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.